Hello, friends, and welcome. I am OCN, and this is the conversation series with OCN. And today we are talking vision. Vision, yes, how your eyes see, right? And which eyes is seeing. That's what we're talking about today, right? You see, before we talk about vision or what is making us talk about vision, is because this is the second half of the year, and we put together a goal review, goal setting and review session. And I began to realize that a lot of our goals just come from random, okay, I need to do this, okay, I need to do this, okay. There's nothing really, there's no there's no end goal. So there is the doing goal, but there's no becoming goal. Hmm. There is the doing goal, but there's no becoming goal. That is, when you put your goals together, do they make up who you are becoming? Do they tell who you are? Can your goals say where you are headed? Can you point your direction? And so I came up with this fact that your goal is sponsored by your vision, by what you can see with your heart. Your vision is sponsored by your purpose. And your purpose is sponsored by your identity. I'll take that again. Your identity fuels your purpose. Your purpose drives your vision. Your vision is the bedrock on which your goals stand. So while you have one vision, you can have 1,000 goals to achieve that vision across the different areas of your life. And with that, we did share the wheel of life um, to help, you know, to help participants actually look at and say, okay, which area of my life? Some people have just, we realize some people have just been focusing on spiritual goals. Some people have been focusing on goals that they really have no interest in. And that's the reason why when people make goals in January, February, they in 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month time, they've given up on that goal because these goals were not actually theirs. These goals were actually sponsored by other people's wants and need. And so the moment you are setting a goal that is not really what you want, you would struggle to achieve that goal. You will struggle to achieve that goal. And so your identity fuels your purpose, that drives your vision, which is a bedrock for your goals to stand. So today we're talking about vision. We're looking at the principles that guide vision, the power of vision. And so the question I want to ask you is, do you know why you are here? Because the question of identity is a question of who am I? Who am I made of? What's my composition? Who am I emotionally? Who am I physically? Who am I spiritually? Who am I mentally? Who am I financially? You realize that if you are able to sit and answer these questions, a lot of people are usually everywhere. When the moment you begin, I always say that the moment you begin to ask this question, you have begun a different journey, a self-awareness journey. So yes, at the beginning of the self-awareness journey, everyone is usually, you just realize that you are everywhere. What is happening right now, there's no real end goal to it. And so I want you to sit with that question. Who am I? Do I know why I am here? And then when you've been able to answer the who am I question, which is a question of identity, then comes the second question, which is why am I here? Your purpose. Every human created by God has a purpose. The earlier you find your purpose, the better for you. I was reading a book, and a man who was a billionaire had gathered all the money at 70 what, begins to realize that he still feels empty. Of course, you will feel empty. Of course, you will feel like there's something missing because a desire has been planted in your heart. A purpose has been planted in your heart right from the day you were born. And that is your assignment to do. And you can do every other thing. You can make all the money. You can even choose poverty. But at the end of the day, if you don't fulfill purpose, that emptiness, that void will be like a cantankerous worm eating you on the inside. So this is your call. We did that. We've done an episode on purpose. Please go back and listen to that episode. If you have questions, do well to ask your questions. Right. But today we'll be talking about vision. And of course, when we talk about vision, we're not talking about seeing with your physical eyes. That's sight. A lot of people are looking, but very few people are seeing. I'll say that again. A lot of people are looking, but very few people are seeing. Looking, sir, it is a function of your eyes. You are looking only what already exists. You're looking at only what already exists. Your common eyes are what is you're using to look everywhere. Your sight responds to what is visible and what is present. You are ruled and dictated or led by your eyes, by your five senses, your physical eyes. But you see, vision is a function of your heart. And would you wonder why I now said, your identity, your purpose, and then vision? Because something is a function of the heart. It means you must know yourself. You must know the things that you long for. You must know the things that have been planted on the inside of you. That's where you're going to get the picture from. So seeing the future before it comes into being, a mental picture of your destiny, that is vision. Seeing the future before it comes into being, that is vision. Having a mental picture of your destiny, that is vision. Dr. Miles Monroe said something. He said, eyes that look are common, but eyes that see are rare. He defined vision as a heart function, the ability to see your future before it arrives. Before it arrives. And I must repeat this. Common people look. Rare people truly see. Have you ever spoken to someone like, oh my God, I feel seen, I feel heard? They feel seen. It's not with the physical eyes. And that's how your purpose wants to feel seen. Yes. Wants to feel seen. I was reading a book and they talked about the statue of Buddha, right? And they were moving it in Bangkok. And what happened? It was molded in clay. So generally when you're carrying something that is molded, you want to be careful because you don't want it slipping off your hands, having a crack, and then, losing its value or just, destroying it. And so they tried their best to carry this statue, move it gently until they got to the place where they needed to put it. And on the way, it kept cracking, and they were like, we need to be more careful. It kept cracking. It kept cracking. And then by the time they got to the final destination to land it, boom, all the clay cracked out. But you know what happened? They found that there was gold. So it was molded in gold, but then clay was placed on it. The moment that gold was unveiled, that was how the true value of that thing became manifested. That is, something that people looked at, it's not just clay, $500, it's just clay now, it's just a big clay statue. Became a monument, became so valuable that people were $50,000 and people were still ready to bet more money. It became more valuable. Why am I sharing this with you? There is a gold mine on the inside of you, but you're hiding it behind clay. It's time for you to shine. It's time for you to unveil. It's time for you to come out. Many people are living in clay vessels, when in reality, you are pure gold on the inside. And God is saying, come out. You are not made to be in clay. You're made to be a golden vessel. I have very two important quotes for us. And the first one is, the poorest person in the world is a person without a dream. If you've lost your dream, you better ask God for it back. You see, dream, your ability to dream, and not just night sleep dream. Your ability to see is very important. And then number two, the most frustrated person has a dream, but doesn't know how to make it come to pass. Did you hear that? The most frustrated person has a dream, but doesn't know how to make it come to pass. And that can be a dilemma, because now you can even dream, but you don't know what and what. You don't know the ingredients to put together to see how your dream comes to pass. That is where coaching comes in. It's not a time to say, can't do anything now, make I rest. After all, nothing. That's the time for you to seek coaching, right? If your eyes can see, if you can dream, then you must begin to make steps. Then you must begin to plan, sort coaching, go look for help, seek mentorship. Now, there are 12 core principles of vision, and I'll just run over them quickly because I have another video where I talk about them in details. There are 12 core principles of vision. Number one, be directed by a clear vision. Be directed. Remember, it is your purpose that gives you direction. So there must be purpose. There must be purpose. Once you have found purpose, then set a clear vision. Number two, know your potential for fulfilling that vision. What is your capacity? What capabilities do you have? What are you in an environment that supports you? What's your habit? Know your potential. When you have figured out all these things, then you develop a concrete plan. Develop it. You cannot fulfill you cannot carry your goals. You cannot fulfill your purpose. You cannot just have those things in your head. No. You must develop a concrete plan. Number four, buy passion. If you cannot possess it, if you don't have, possess it by all means. But you must have passion for your vision. Because if there is no passion, then you are left alone. Number five, develop the faith of vision. See, and a person without faith, I don't know how you're doing it. The Bible says faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Do you know what the Holy Spirit showed me? Faith is my ability to develop mental images in my mind, even without seeing them physically. Faith is my ability. So I'm praying to God for healing. I have faith that God will heal me. I should be able to have an image of a healed me in my mind. So every time I close my eyes, I am seeing me healed. So every time you close your eyes, you are seeing your vision. Number six, understand the process of vision. There is a process. There is a process, and I'm going to share it with us. Number seven, set the priorities of vision. Because you have an identity, because there is a purpose, when you begin to set your vision, it becomes easy to say yes or no to certain kinds of distractions. There are things that will seem like they are legal. There are things that will seem like they are right. There are things that will seem like if you are not doing it, if you are not there, Once you are headed in a direction, you know where you are headed. You know that, see, I'm focused. I've laid my hands on the plow. When Nehemiah was rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem, two men made it their ambition. They made it their life's goal to distract him, Sanballat and Tobias. But you know what he said in one of those verses? He said, I am doing a great work and I cannot come down. They told him that he should come down and come and hear what they are saying. He said, sorry guys, if you can start from there, okay. But me, I am doing a great work up here and I cannot come down. Priorities. Number 8, you must recognize that other people have an influence over your vision. Any vision that you think that God has given you and you want to do it alone, you are going to fail at it. You must carry along people. You must go with people. You must. So the earlier you recognize whose influence is necessary for the manifestation of your vision, the better for you. Number 9, employ the provision of vision. For every vision that God has given to you, there is a provision. But it's your ability to silence the noise. It's your ability to keep the faith going. It's your ability to have a clear direction. It's your ability to understand your potential. It's your ability to recognize that other people have influence that would help you maximize the provision available. Number 10, You must be persistent. You remember the story, and if you don't remember the story, there's a story of a woman who went to see a rich man at night, and she kept knocking. Okay, you will open this door today. I know that I will eat, so you will give me something. She kept persistence. I try now. Two people said no. I beg me. All this no, no, no is discouraging. I beg. I can't try again. We are not ready, yo. You are not ready. I was over the weekend. I was listening to somebody saying how some politicians in our climb, their tenure is over, but they keep scrambling to go back into that seat because they know what is there. So it's the same thing. You know, if you know what you are seeing, you will be persistent. This thing, I must manifest it in the physical realm beyond what my eyes is seeing in my head. I must manifest beyond what my heart is desiring. It must come physically. Number 11, be patient. Be patient. Be patient in fulfillment. And then, of course, number 12, stay connected to the source. If I remove my light from the wall, I will not see. You will not see me clearly. That's the source. The socket is the source. Who is your source? The source of your vision. Who is the source of your vision? You did not create yourself. The vision that you are carrying, the identity that you carry, the purpose you are running after. And I must say this, purpose is not something you don't invent purpose. Purpose is something you find out when you give yourself in service to people. Yeah. How I realize I enjoy volunteering, I enjoy helping people, I enjoy encouraging people, I enjoy this, I enjoy that. You better sit down and begin to ask yourself, all the things I enjoy doing, which of them can I pursue? Right? So stay connected to your source. Now, one person with vision is greater than the passive. I'll say that again. One active person with vision is greater than the passive force of 99 people who are merely interested. Today we live in a society of, what do they say? It's not count me in. There's a slang that they use. Right? Everybody wants to be interested, but how many people want to take action? Because vision requires action. You don't see something and stay one place. If I close my eyes and I see myself owning my own empire, do I wake up from sleep and just go and drink around and say, "Whoa, it's in my heart, Jare, what will happen will happen." What will happen will not happen. No, you have to make it happen. You must take action. Every person, you, me, we are leaders. And you're a leader in your own vision. That thing you are seeing, you are a leader in your vision. And you are the only one who can imagine the vision, nurture the vision, and fulfill it. And as I was saying this, something came to my mind. Protect your vision. In a bid to find the people who are positive influences on your vision, you must protect your vision. Don't let anybody steal it from you. And that's why we talked about persistence. Because when people start saying no, when people you can't do it. Oh, this is the impossibility. Oh, this is the mountain. Oh, this one is alive. Oh, this one happened. You start getting discouraged. And the moment you begin to lose your ability to see, to have that mindset, then you are losing your motivation. Because vision is the primary motivator of human action. Without it, life has no direction. I've literally seen people who from the day of their birth till the day they die, they keep asking. They don't know where they are going. They don't have a sense of direction for life. They just do okay, everybody's investing, let's invest. Everybody is sleeping, let's sleep. Everybody is praying, let's pray. That is how their life is. They don't know themselves. No self-awareness. Your gift, not your education. So it's not a matter of you have PhD in conquering demons or you have PhD. It's not by those things. Your gift is what makes room for you, not your education. Your gift. Your gift makes room for you and brings you to great people. How do you know your gift? Self-awareness. Understanding who you are. Identity. That's how you know your gift. That's how you know what God has put on the inside of you. So you must make time. You must make time. I read the story of FedEx. I'm sure we all know FedEx. FedEx is this the delivery people, the first set of the traditional delivery guys. FedEx, what's the other one? The yellow guys, DHL, and the others. FedEx, the owner of FedEx was a student, and he was in a class where they asked them to submit an economics paper, right? And what was his proposal on that paper? He proposed that people could get their mail overnight. Instead of that traditional, you will write a mail, put it in the box, then it will take 2 days, 3 days, 1 week before it will get to the destination. He proposed that we can overnight. Do you know what his professor said, well, just because I don't want to fail you, I'm going to give you a C. And the professor told him, do not dream of things that cannot happen. That's what his professor told him. But today, so imagine he gave up and said, well, my professor has said I should not dream of things that cannot happen. And he gives up. Maybe we wouldn't have FedEx today. Maybe. But today, we have FedEx. And I wonder where that professor is. Yeah. Because the many people that said no, the many people that thought it was impossible, by the time you do it, some of them will be alive, some of them will be dead. So expect resistance. When you set your hand to something, opposition and difficulty will certainly come. How you manage it matters. Number 2, hold your vision. Oh, hold it. I've mentioned that already. As long as you can hold on to your vision, there is always a chance to move forward. Number 3, refuse jealousy. Jealousy is a deadly spirit. Deadly spirit. It will hinder you from even developing your own self. Jealousy is a thief. It steals your gifts. So instead of you being jealous, stir up your own gift. Don't envy other people. Don't envy other people. So remember, in nurturing your vision, 3 things. Expect resistance, hold your vision, refuse jealousy. I beg you. Expect resistance, hold your vision, refuse jealousy. These things are very important. They are very important. Now, in writing your vision, what are the steps to follow? I have a more comprehensive video on the 7 steps to writing your vision, but I'll just give you 4 compact ones. Number 1, capture. Yes, capture. Reconnect with the daydream that God has placed in your heart. Reconnect with the daydream that God has placed in your heart. And name it. Name it. Go back to God and say, what have you placed in my heart? When you go back to God, then the next thing you want to do is clarify. Simplify it. Simplify it. Clarify the one thing you were born to be known for. Every person of the 7 billion people in this world, every person was born to be known for something. If you are not known yet for anything, you want to sit down and ask God. Because the answer is not within you. It's with God. And God is on the inside of you. Number 3, document it. Those of you that go through life without writing, I don't know how you do it though. I don't know how you do it. Document, write it down. Habakkuk 2:2, write the vision. Make it plain so that the person that read it can run with it. Write it down. And that's why we're putting together the journaling workshop season 2 in August. We did one last year and it was beautiful. And this year again, we are coming back. I want you to be part of that journaling workshop. It will help you. It will help. I can tell you that I was journaling before that workshop, but after that workshop, it took my journaling to another level. So document it. Very important. A concrete plan turns a dream into a destination. Because you have documented it, you can turn it into a destination. And then number 4, act. Too many times, people capture, simplify, document, they don't act. That's a crime. When you have received the vision, You have simplified it. You've documented it. You have basically made a promise to yourself. The moment you refuse to act, you are doing a disservice to yourself. You are, when people are talking of village people, I look at them and I say, you are your own village people. You are the weapon fashioned against yourself. If only you can take action, your life will be better for it. But we are sitting down, waiting. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have this. Okon did not that. This person did not die. Esther did not come. Mildred did not go. Really? Act. Do. That's why we say simplify it. Take one small step. Vision is not there. It's not die by 24 hours something. No. Your vision is a lifelong thing. So take one step. Some days, like we mentioned, some days, and that's something we want to do with action, right? 4 things I want you to remember under action. What are the things I need to stop doing? There are certain things you are doing. Remember, priorities. There are certain things you are doing that are consuming your time, that are hindering you from fulfilling your vision, from working in your vision. What are you doing that you need to stop doing? Write it down. What are you doing that you need to continue doing? That you realize this thing I'm doing is actually beneficial. Then continue doing it. There are some things that you need to do, but you have not even started doing it. Take note of those things and start doing them. And then there are things that you're already doing, but you need to expand your capacity. Then expand your capacity. But you must take action. So it's either you stop doing something, or you start doing something, or you continue doing something, or you are doing more of something. Whichever, never be idle. Because an idle man is a what? Devil's workshop. Now, I started by giving you the narrative of the eagle. The eagle has one of the best sights among all human creations. And that's why I encourage you to go and study the eagle, how they see. See farther than your eyes, your physical eyes can look. Stop this limitation you place on your life and your destiny, because it's only what your eyes can see, it's what you can dream. Your eyes can only see problems. Your eyes can only see challenges. Your eyes can only see everything is bad. Nothing is, that is what your own eyes are seeing. Tell me, if your eyes, the lamp of, the Bible said the eye is the lamp of your body. If the lamp of your body is only seeing challenges and problems and negativities and all the bad things that are happening, tell me what will be the outcome of your life. Your life cannot be more than what your eyes can see. And that's why I think it's Jesus that told one of the disciples, as far as your eyes can see. Or no, Abraham rather. God told Abraham, as far as your eyes can see. As far as your eyes can see. So I want you to get off the rocking horse and find your living stallion. What does that mean? You know these horses, it's for toy horse. They are just in one place, moving front and back. They are not moving. They're not covering any distance. An example just came to my head. Treadmill. Yes, in treadmill, you seem to be covering distance because your time is, but physically just looking at you, you're in one place. You are at a spot. So get off that rocking horse and find a living stallion. Go out there, hop into the world. Find your beauty, find your color, find your purpose, find your identity. Stop hiding under the shrouds of religion or whatever it is you're hiding under. I want to say thank you. Go and do the work. Go and do the work. Your life is the most important thing you have. Tell yourself that life is not happening to me. Life is happening for me. That is what it means to live intentionally. Life is happening for me. God has given you a vision. It's high time you fulfill your vision. I want to say thank you for listening to this episode. Subscribe, like, follow, do whatever it is that you need to do. But most importantly, take action on your life. And until the next episode, be unstoppable. Bye for now.